Hey pen people, so today I want to talk about Pilot Iroshizuku Ku-Jaku, a really pretty fountain pen ink that I really like. I've actually only tried an ink sample of this and it is unfortunately gone now, but I would most definitely consider buying a full bottle of this. The pen I use for this is my Gravitas Entry, which is no longer inked up at the moment. I wrote this all down an embarrassingly long time ago, and I'm just now getting to filming this review. So anyway, but the Gravitas Entry uses a steel Jovo medium nib, and I have a video about that pen if you want to check that out. So I wrote down a couple of quick little quotes here as kind of a writing sample thing, and these quotes both come from a podcast called The Rattlecast. It's done by Rattle Magazine, which is a poetry magazine. This is their latest issue. I've really been enjoying it. Anyway, but I've been listening to this podcast off and on for a few years now, and it's been really fun for me as a poet. So if you're into poetry, I encourage you to check it out. But I thought these two little quotes, I just really liked what came out of those interviews. So one is with the poet Mina Alexander, and one is with Troy Jollymore. So the first one says, "I suppose a poem is the exact opposite of taking out a gun and killing somebody." And it was kind of funny when she said that. I can't remember exactly what her reaction was, but I think it was basically surprise. She was like, "Whoa, did I just say that?" Yeah, it's kind of a bold claim, but I think she's onto something there. When we engage in a creative act, I think it is the exact opposite of a destructive, hurtful, harmful act. And when we express ourselves, I think it just has the potential to connect human beings and the potential to uplift human beings instead of hurting them. So I think I would agree, Nina. All right, so the next one. Who needs a dark book in a dark time? And I don't remember the full context here, but I think this poet had some lighter poems, maybe some more humorous ones. And that doesn't always fly in the poetry community. It can be kind of doom and gloom sometimes, but we live in some scary times, you know? Lots of crazy, scary stuff happening all over the place. And so, yeah, the literary world can just be kind of doom and gloom sometimes, but that's maybe not really what we need right now. We need some light, we need some humor, we need some fun. So I just like that perspective. Anywho, let's get back to the ink here. For comparisons, I used a dip pen for these as usual. So we've got Pilot Iroshizuku Ku-Jaku here, and Newler's 54th Massachusetts, and Lamy Benitoite. So these are inks that are in the blue, green, teal kind of family, at least in my mind they are. And it's funny, since I made this, I have gotten an ink or two that are probably a closer fit to Ku-Jaku, but at the time this is what I had, and they're honestly not super duper close. Ku-Jaku is much more vibrant than these other two. These are more gray blue. This is more of a vibrant green blue, but hopefully that gives you some idea of color. But definitely look it up online and pay attention to the images you see there to make sure that you are getting a good feel for the color. It's just a little bit challenging to get color to come across really accurately on an ancient phone camera. So yeah. All right, so let's talk about pros and cons here. So it is, it's a nice color. I really like the color. I really like blue, green, teal stuff. It's really fun. There's some subtle shading along with it. It's nice. And it's wet, but controlled. So you might notice if you're writing with a wetter pen, it might broaden the line width a little bit, but it's not crazy. I've had inks like 54th Massachusetts, where if you're using it, you're easily going up a nib size. It's just very thick and wet. And this is not that way. It's wet, but far more controlled. And it's not marketed as a water-resistant ink as far as I know, but it does have a fair amount of water resistance to it. You can see here, I let these water droplets sit there for quite a while, and the lines are still very distinct. The color ran, yes, but it's still perfectly legible. And dry time too. Sorry, I'm running into my tripod here, but dry time, I don't really know exactly what to compare it to. I don't know what is normal what is fast, what is slow, but to me, this seemed pretty reasonable. It seems like it dries in a really good amount of time. The only con is that it is more of a premium ink. Comes in a beautiful bottle. It's just more of a luxury kind of thing, but I think it's worth it. I think I would spend the, I don't know what it is now, but I'd spend some money on this ink. Anyway, so that is Pilot Iroshizuku Ku-Jaku. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.